All you gotta do is answer the phones. Yeah, well, I'm probably gonna beat Kate into the office anyway, and she knows that Maxie is not coming in today. Okay, I'll be there soon, thanks.
Hey, glad you waited. You got my text?
You didn't say what happened.
Yeah, it all went wrong. Lucky's cover's blown, Siobhan was kidnapped, and Brenda almost died. So I'm fighting with this guy, and Brenda picks up the gun and shoots him.
Oh, God, what's happened with Siobhan?
Somehow the Balkans guys got her from Nicholas's house, took a picture of her, sent it to the PCPD in an email addressed to Detective Lucky Spencer.
So they know he's a cop? So where is Lucky?
Out looking for her like a man possessed.
Well, what do you think the Balkan wants with Siobhan?
My guess is a trade. Brenda for Siobhan.
Here, put this on.
Oh, you know what? It's a few hours after the fact, but thanks.
Well, you maybe should have checked yourself into the hospital between the fight you had with that guy and Brenda hitting you hard enough for you to pass out.
You don't know how unnaturally hard the falconary heads are. I've been knocked out 6 times, cold.
Seriously, 6 times?
Yeah.
I think you need to get an MRI because you could have a concussion.
What?
You could have some brain damage.
Would you relax? I'm fine. Can't say the same for Tommy Locatelli.
You're not going to change the subject to something completely different.
What, you don't want to know what he did to me?
What did Tommy do to you?
He hit me in the head with a baseball bat.
Oh, great.
And then he swore that it was an accident. I mean, my cousins, Mickey and Pete, obviously knew it wasn't because I came too, and they were beating the crap out of him.
So what happened to you?
Nothing. I walked home from practice, and my mother wouldn't even have known, but she rustled my hair and felt the bump on my head, and she freaked out. And then she went to Mrs. Locatelli's house and called her out in her very own yard.
So she didn't even take you to the hospital?
No, I was fine. So anyway, Mrs. Locatelli, she's not the smallest woman in the world.
Oh.
And she was all getting up in my mom's face. So she said, you know, if my son did something like that, then your son probably deserved it. My mom just went, bam, clocked her in the face. Like Ali punching Liston, you know?
Like what?
It's a famous boxing match, a boxing reference.
Right. No, I know.
Anyway, so my mother clocks Mrs. Locatelli in the jaw. She falls on her ass and says, if you ever let your son go anywhere near my son again, I'm gonna make sure the whole neighborhood knows what you did with the gym coach in high school.
Do I even want to know what happened?
No, I didn't want to know either. But it worked. She backed off, and Tommy never bothered me again.
Wow, that is brilliant.
What? Yeah, I was pretty proud of my mom.
No. I'm talking about you. How you actually came up with that very, very long story on the spot to distract me from worrying about Lucky and his missing Irish woman and you and your brain damage.
That is the gospel truth, every word.
I'll get it. Stay.
Hi.
Hi.
Hey there. I was stopping by. I wanted to ask Dante. I just want to talk to you about Michael's schedule, but I guess it seems like a bad time. What's wrong with you?
Just an ambush that went wrong with the Balkan.
And he hit you on the head?
Brenda.
Brenda hit you on the head. Wow, shocker there. Let me guess, she was trying to get more attention from Jason?
Look, she's got it pretty tough right now. She didn't ask to be made a target or to kill somebody, but she did, and she saved my life in the process. Why don't you just lay off her?
When did you become so close with Brenda?
There's something else. I gotta get to work and help Lucky find Siobhan.
So, nobody in Windermere saw the Balkans men come and go? That's unbelievable.
No, I mean, we're following leads.
Well, I'm sure Lucky's on top of all of them. You saw how he was in Ireland. He was totally in his element. It was a lot like the Lucky I knew growing up. You know, he could have completely let himself go and fallen in love with this life on the edge because he's played it safe for so long.
Well, you know, we don't take this job to play it safe. What's going on?
Feds have, they think they have proof that I put that bomb in Johnny's car.
Where's your lawyer?
Diane and Claire, they're in front of the judge right now arguing about whether, I guess there's a disagreement as to whether I should be taken into custody tonight or wait out an indictment.
Yeah, where did this proof come from?
Your old pal, Ronnie. Ronnie.
Well, I was working on that case. I didn't. There was no witnesses. There was no evidence. Nothing.
Oh, yeah. Well, if you're trying to make me feel better, it's working.
Well, I'm just saying, if Ronnie found something, it's not a miracle. It's a plant. So, you're gonna really try and frame Sonny again?
You know, Sonny planted that bomb, okay? And clinging to some fantasy that he's innocent just proves how compromised that you really are, right?
You know, don't act like you've never tampered with evidence before. Remember John Zakar's gun that magically disappeared when you showed up at the crime scene?
You know, I remember a time when you were willing to risk your life to put Sonny behind bars.
I remember a time when you were willing to uphold the law.
Well, what makes you think I'm not doing that right now?
Ronnie, I worked this case. There is no evidence.
You just need to know where to look, pal. Homeland Security? Caught Sonny on a wiretap.
Is it done? We just finished. The car's rigged to blow. Johnny dies tonight.